Hi, my name is Cortney Cashner, and I did my internship at the University of Arizona in Tucson. This is the Gould Simpson building, and it's one of the largest buildings on campus. So our lab in our office didn't have any windows, so we would always go up to like the 9th floor, and this was our view. So it was really awesome. It's not like Colorado where it's all green and like grass. There's not really grass, but it's still, Arizona's still beautiful. And in the middle is my mentor, Nicolette Buckle. She's a grad student at the university. So what we were working on was a core from Lake Ayuchi in Ecuador. So while I was in the lab, I was doing two different things. One was LOI. And this was just basically to determine carbon and non-carbon content in the soil. So we'd put it in the oven, then we'd take it out and weigh it, then we put it back in the oven, do that a couple times. And then also a separate process was charcoal analysis, where I would bleach and mix chemicals with the sediment. The bleach was to get rid of any material that you didn't want to look at under the microscope, and then the chemicals were to separate the particles so that the charcoal particles were easier to see. Because like in this example, the charcoal particles are really big and they're super obvious, but in a lot of the petri dishes, they were harder to count, harder to see. And so the data that we collected was really interesting because it showed that there had been a lot more fires in the past. Our data went back 500 years. And as you can see in the second graph, there's not like charcoal, there weren't as many fires, but we're still in a phase of drought. And so like deforestation is happening, global warming, but it's not as bad as it has been in the past. This was my host family. They were actually family friends. So I did things like help them paint their cabinets. We went to the biosphere, which was kind of a full circle of what I was doing, because I was doing environmental science stuff, and then the biosphere is environmental science stuff. And then in my free time, I did a lot of art and reading, music, all that fun stuff. My advice to future interns is to apply even if you don't think you're going to get in. It's a great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not going to come around often, so just take full advantage of it. And then I want to say thank you to Pinhead, Sarah, Nicolette, my mentor, Jonathan Overpeck, he was like the head of the lab, the Reeves family, and Alex Carter, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have even known that Pinhead was a thing. So, thank you.